Vande Mataram children. So today continuing with chapter 9 soil, we are going to discuss topic properties of soil. We have understood the uses of soil as well as types of soil. Now the properties of soil is very important topic from this chapter. So let's have a look on it. Children, we know that soil contains air, water, minerals along with the rock particles. Okay. First we are going to understand about percolation of water or percolation rate of water in soil. The rate at which water passes through the soil is known as percolation rate. Different soils have different percolation rates. So now let me make you understand with this example. Suppose we take one glass of water and if we pour it on the floor of our house, then what happens? And if we pour that same amount of water in a flower pot, then you can see that water is absorbed by the soil, and whatever water is kept on floor, it remain as it is because it is not porous, whereas the soil is porous, means it is having much pores and it can absorb that poured water. All soils do not have same type of percolation rate. It differ from soil to soil. Okay, so some soil can percolate water very fast, and in some soil the percolation rate is very less. So children, there is a activity 9.4 in your textbook. It's given we need a PVC pipe, okay, whose diameter can be of 5 centimeter and about 20 centimeter long. At the place where we want to measure the percolation rate, we have to keep a 2 centimeter depth and then place that PVC pipe there in such a way that 2 centimeter is defined. We will measure the water quantity. Suppose we are taking 200 ml, and we will measure the time at which we start pouring the water, and note the time when the water is moving down and when there is a completely zero water in the PVC pipe. Okay, so both the time, final and initial time, we have noted down, so that will be the percolation time. So here we will get the difference between the time at the initial when we poured and at the last. Okay, so here there is a formula for calculating percolation rate, amount of water upon percolation time. So here amount of water we have taken 200 ml, and time, suppose if it take 20 minutes, then we have to divide 200 upon 20. Okay children, then second activity second topic, that is moisture in soil. We know children, every soil contains some or more amount of moisture in it. Okay, so how we can find it out that what is the percentage moisture in a given sample of soil? So for that we need a burner, then a beaker or a test tube we can take in that soil sample, and we have to heat that sample for some time. So whatever moisture present in the soil will be evaporated, okay, and it moves up and condense on the cooler inner walls of the beaker or boiling tube. Fine. So whatever that, and we can see the droplets of water. What is that droplet? That is the moisture proportion present in the soil. So we can prove that soil also contain moisture. And when we compare this soil, means the heated soil and the sample from where we have taken, we can observe that. So children, now the next property, that is absorption of water by the soil. So for that there is an activity 9.6 in your textbook that we are going to discuss. Like you can see, aim to study the water absorption. Absorption मतलब हर एक soil water absorb करती है, but it depends from different types of soil. Okay, the absorption rate is not same for every type of soil. Okay, it differ from soil to soil. So for that we need materials like 3 measuring cylinders, 3 glass funnels, filter paper, water samples, water, then sample of sandy, loamy and clay soil. So what is the procedure? Here you can see that in every funnel we will put a filter paper, and then we have to put different types of soil sample. In first column you can see there is sandy soil, second loamy soil, and third that is clay soil. Okay, and the weight of this given soil sample is about 50 grams in each. Now spread the soil evenly in the funnel and press them, and we have to pour 100 ml of water in each funnel. With dropper we will put, and it should not be poured at a one place only, it should be poured evenly properly. And after some time you can see that water drips and collect in the measuring cylinder. When it stops dripping from the funnel, measure the volume of water collected in each cylinder. So what you will observe, now see there is a calculation that इनिशियल वॉल्यूम ऑफ वाटर जो हमने वाटर डाला था ये हर एक सॉइल सैंपल में, दैट इज 100 ml, पर जो नीचे वाटर ड्रेन आउट हुआ है दैट डिफर फ्रॉम सॉइल टू सॉइल. ओके, दैट विल बी द वॉल्यूम ऑफ वाटर इन मेजरिंग सिलेंडर. जैसे अकॉर्डिंग टू योर टेक्स्ट बुक, U is the initial volume and V is the final volume of water which we get it in the beaker or a measuring cylinder. तो हमें यहाँ पे फॉर्मूला में U माइनस V करना है, मतलब इनिशियल माइनस फाइनल. And for calculating the percentage of water, this formula we have to use, that is U minus V upon 50 into 100. Okay, like that we have to see. Now here you can see कि sandy soil है तो उसमें पानी ज़्यादा एब्जॉर्ब नहीं होता है, ड्रेन आउट हो जाता है. तो 50 ml तो नीचे ड्रेन हो गया, सो 50 ml ओनली absorbed by that soil. In a loamy soil you can see, and in loamy soil you can see out of 100 ml which we have poured, 40 ml is again collected in the measuring cylinder, means 60 ml is absorbed by the loamy soil. And if we see the clay soil, here only 30 ml is collected in the measuring cylinder, so 70 ml is absorbed. So which soil has the highest absorption or absorbing property? That is clay soil, because its particles are very minute, fine, and they are packed very firmly to each other and it can absorb the water. Okay, whereas sandy soil, it is having big particles and there is much space between them, so water drains out. So children, through this activity we have understood the absorption of water by soil. Okay children, thank you.